What is good, guys? So today is Thursday, and as you can see, today we almost had the perfect setup forming, but unfortunately, it did not fill us in. So let's start from the higher time frames, as usual. First of all, we today I focused on GBP USD for the sole reason that I saw that on Euro USD price action was very rough and choppy compared to GBP USD, and in fact it moved only around 10 pips during London session, and therefore I've decided to focus on here, especially because this pair was the only one at around a psychological major area to trade off of. Therefore I've decided to pick this one. So as I've already said, GBP USD was at this psychological level, also resistance area right here, which was tested and proven multiple times in the past, even recently. Therefore, I've also highlighted London highs and lows, and as you can see, during New York session, price just swept the London highs and also these previous highs right here, taking out that liquidity. And pretty quickly it gave us a massive displacement candle right here, giving us the market structure shift that we need with the fair value gap that it formed. And right there, what I would have needed to fill into this trade, which I did not take, was for price to retrace inside the fair value gap, at least at the 50%, which did not happen, and therefore I did not get into the trade. Then my target would have been the London session low for my full TP, and I would have probably taken out 50% or just placed my stop loss at break even right here. But yeah, it was almost a perfect setup forming, but we missed one of the most important confluences in my strategy, and I was able to stick to my rules and not trying to FOMO into a trade or force something, and therefore I did not took any trade. I'm very happy with the way I'm actually handling myself in the last few months, actually, mainly because I am being able to cut a lot of useless losses, we can say, because I realized that most of the times where I blew my valuations in the past wasn't actually from just one bad trade. And I was also hitting some pretty good wins sometimes, but the actual reason was not the bad trade that I would take, but the following trades that I would take after that one bad trade, or the times where markets were just chopping, not giving me any type of setup, and I would just try to force a trade to have the feeling of risk and the unknown of the outcome of the trade, which would have resulted into a loss most of the times. And in fact, it did not actually end up well. But lately, I've been very disciplined, and I am being able to follow my rules most of the times, even though, as you guys saw in the series, I've actually taken one or two trades out of my emotions and actually not following my rules. But that was just one trade or two trades, actually. Actually, we can say one in the span of 3 months. And that's really some important improvements in my journey to consistent profitability. and also my goal of reaching my first ever payout. Yes, I'm just saying that I'm really happy, and I am talking about all my past experience and everything because I hope, even if it was to be in the smallest way, to help everyone who's watching these videos that may be in my position or in a position that I actually was a few years back, or maybe you are even just doing better than me and you are just interested to see how this guy is going to get to his achievements. And yeah, I'm just sharing my journey. And yeah, I think is everything for today. And I'm going to see you guys tomorrow.